Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. A couple minutes before the opening bell on this Monday, June 11, 2018. Overnight, futures hit a multi-month high. After falling out of the gate to start the week, futures started with a gap down about 0.2% lower before recovering those losses. A lot of headlines out this weekend. All the leaders meeting in Canada. And Trump now over with North Korea. Meet it up. Remember when the summit was called off, the market plummeted. When it went back on, market pretty much shrugged its shoulders. So it's just a lot of noise out there. The market continues to grind higher. Last week was a key break for the S&P 500 and the S&P 500 ETF, the spiders. Breaking out of this multi-week range that we saw. See this channel? We gapped above it on Monday. Came back to test it on Tuesday. Wednesday, a strong rally. Thursday and Friday, consolidation. Came back just about to the highs that we saw earlier in the week on Friday, and we were above those here this morning for the S&P 500 ETF. The spiders still not at record highs, but from a long-term perspective, breaking out of that wedge, broke out of that flag. Look at that beautiful candle that we saw. Beautiful candle. Looks like we're going to move up into the 280s in the summer here. Look at the NASDAQ, the QQQ, breaking out that head and shoulders topping pattern, failed to come to fruition, and it actually acted as a springboard. The action came right down to that support line, as I pointed out in my previous videos. Came down to that support line and then rocketed higher. And look, every time we tested, we pulled back. We finally broke through it. Last week, a strong move for the NASDAQ, and of course, small caps continue to break out. A nice consolidation here after hitting new all-time record highs earlier last week. Looks poised for that 170 level. Energy's been a fickle here after we've gotten up to this resistance support point. Look at it, came up to this line. If you look from a long-term chart perspective, that same level back at the end of 2017, we failed at, came down to 67.50. Again, look at that, we're up there again this year. Could we possibly pull back to this level again? History repeating itself would be a sharp move, about $10 move for XLE in a short period of time, which would imply weakness in energy and also in crude oil, which soared to a multi-year high earlier this year before pulling back sharply. Back. A couple other charts to watch. Of course, Apple breaking out to new all-time highs. You can see this long-term chart that I have up looked like it was going to fail. Acted as support. We vaulted up to new record highs. Remember, each of the pullbacks that we've seen along the way have come from this point of resistance. Remember back in 2012, this was supposed to be the top for Apple. And we bottomed in May of 2013 at $420. Remember, this reverse forward split. And we came up to that level again in the middle of 2015 and we pulled back. And now, not only did we come up to this level here for Apple, but we broke above it. Looks very bullish. Facebook earlier this year pulled back to long-term trendline support. Look at that. And now vaulted above former resistance, now support line. Facebook looks poised here for a breakout to the 200 plus level. Some of these names just continue to break out. Google came down to support at 1,000. Had a bit of a struggle last week, but still looks poised for new all-time record highs. Remember, Google and Amazon were running neck and neck last year, trying to get up over that $1,000 level. And who came in first place? Amazon, as it broke over 1,000. And look at this chart here on a 20-year monthly basis. Continues to head higher. One red month over the last 7 months for Amazon. What does that tell you? The trend still remains up. And you see these rejections here of highs that we saw. The broke over 1,700. I can't talk. The opening bell's coming in a minute, so I'm going to get off the site. But you can see each of the times we pull back a little bit. That's actually good for the stock. You don't want it to go too far too fast. So you look for Amazon to start to get up into 1,700 and hold those levels. And we're looking at some of these names like Netflix. We had Netflix, Google make the sharp move. Could Amazon be next? To 2,000? Could you imagine that? Look at Netflix. An incredible move. And if you look at it from a monthly perspective, Netflix has been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every month in 2018. Go figure with some of the pullbacks we have. We had Italy. Remember Italy? 2 weeks removed from Italy going bankrupt. So, all right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. That's real quick. So again, the market's consolidating for the S&P 500. IWM already starting to break out. We have QQQ, IWM making all-time record highs last week, which is bullish for the market. A market that's moving up is making new record highs. Certainly not one that you want to stand in front of from a short perspective. All right, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. See you in the chat room.